$50,000. Well, is this thing on? 1 year. This is not clickbait. Okay, no subscribers, no followers. How did I actually make $50,000 a year with no followers on YouTube? I'm not talking about, this is literally by producing and publishing YouTube episodes. There's a couple things you need first. I just did it. How did I pull this off? I'm gonna show you guys exactly my process. Get your creative juices flowing so maybe you can do the same thing. All right, so niche, however you say that, niche, however you wanna say that. You've gotta develop an expertise in a particular niche, okay? For me, I ran my own skincare business called Salt of the Earth for 10 years. And this was a business that I was able to really develop a skill in, not just in skincare, a lot of other areas like design, packaging design specifically. Back when I was designing these different innovations and reiterating and rebranding and repackaging my product line, I learned packaging design. I learned what was important with that. I learned how to communicate and storytell through packaging, through presentation, through merchandising. And I learned the skill by just doing it and having my own company, right? So this is one of the skill set that I was able to take away from that business. So whatever you're working on currently, whether you are in HR, you're in accounting, you are in the outdoor industry, you wanna be able to like bank on something that you can communicate about, that you have experience in and expertise in. Through this business, I was not only able to develop a skill within packaging and design, but I was able to learn how to communicate on camera because I was doing training videos for my product line. I was doing a lot of marketing through video. This is back in like 2014, 15, and 2016. And so I really learned how to look at a lens and communicate and show my true personality on camera. Because I was able to develop those skills, I could then communicate. I then had an experience in a niche. And what was that last piece we're looking for? Thought I needed that skill for myself, and anything I do, I need to be able to like storytell with video. So over the past couple of years, I've really learned how to use cameras, understand what equipment I needed to be successful, right? Whether it be a mic and then a mic stand, like I have right here in my hand, or the lighting in the studio setup. I was able to build my own studio here where I produce content not only for my own brands, but for other brands as well. So I practiced, not only being on camera, editing a lot of video content. I developed a skill set in my niche, right? I learned how to communicate on camera. I developed relationships, that's part of it as well. There's a lot of things that go into this, but you guys, that niche, that communication on video, and then learning how to use equipment, although over the years, equipment has gotten much easier to use and you can use cell phones and still make it look really quality, so that's pretty much done. Spoiler alert, it's really all about the edit on YouTube. Good stuff. I was putting myself out there on YouTube, on Instagram, but I was doing it through video and communicating about whatever I was working on at the time. So I got approached from some friends who run a company that I worked with previously, and they wanted to market their business on YouTube. They wanted to like show really the expertise that they had, but they didn't want to be on camera. So they're like, hey, you're good at video. You have some experience in packaging. We have a ton of experience in packaging. We know you can communicate that for us. And you know how to use this, right? You have a studio that you've set up. Like you've got all those pieces that are really hard for some brands to get. I was checking all those boxes for them. To work with you, to have you be kind of like the face of our YouTube channel. Kind of cool. I was able to take that opportunity to write the content with them. Case studies in packaging design that they have done in their company. I already had the studio because I was serious about content. Very key ingredient, there's a missing piece here, you guys, though. You need somebody willing to pay you $50,000 in a year to produce YouTube content for them, right? There's a lot of companies out there. This is where it comes full circle. There's a ton of companies out there that want to be on YouTube because YouTube's an amazing platform to produce content that gives you attention, that communicates the value your company can provide. So you don't have to wait for a company to reach out to you. I was able to work something out with them where some of it's maybe performance-based, sales-based, could be a flat retainer fee, right? Where you're representing their brand and communicating in behalf of them. Now, in about 6 months, we grew this to almost 4,000 followers and counting. At this moment, I'm actually not doing any more YouTube for them. That's a totally different story. A lot of you have a passion out there. You have an ability to communicate about a particular subject matter. And rather than necessarily try to do it on your own, why don't you go and try to find the right company to partner with that you can represent their brand, and you can communicate for them on camera, edit the videos for them, just make it as easy as possible for them. I demonstrated my ability to create quality content, and brands want this. Brands are craving this. So if I'm you, what would I do next steps? you've got to think about like what's in it for them, what's in it for the brand, and can they trust you to execute on that? So I just went to town and I executed, and sometimes I made mistakes, but think about where you want to be, what you want to be known for. If you're into the outdoor space, produce some awesome video content about how you could create a YouTube series in the outdoor space. Like, go and just do it, and then take that like pilot and go and pitch it to a bunch of companies and say, hey, I want to be a full-time YouTuber for your brand. I want to like showcase your product and your brand. This is why I think your brand is amazing. And so you can approach people, pitch people in a way that is appealing to them, that is no work for them, that all you got to do is take their product and communicate it for them. Can you bridge that gap to help them get there? Meanwhile, you make a living making YouTube videos, and that's what you want to do. You practice, you get better and better, and then you become an authority figure. You become an expert in a particular industry, right? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Paul, and we'll see you guys on the next one.